Good.
Right. Won't stop, can't stop. Welcome once again back to the Novice Sports Show, where we have three guys who came together organically to talk about sports from a novice point of view. So again, we want to thank our two new subscribers. Again, welcome to the club. Make sure you watch, make some comments. And our catchphrase is, you can leave a comment. We might read it, and again, we might not. But again, please make the comment. So again, we're trying to grow this channel. Like, share, subscribe, share with your friends if they want to have a laugh. Like I said, we're gonna get into our intros. We got my man AJ, and we got A-Dub. So new rules, as they say, came about this week. We don't know how it's going to affect college play, recruiting, maybe even NIL. But to me, and this is just A-Dub's opinion, it ain't gonna matter anyway. Because if you a scrub coming out of high school and you go to JUCO and nobody wants you, you're 2 years out, the 4 years they give you ain't gonna matter. Because again, the argument is, why would I go JUCO when I can go D1?
Well, let's start a little bit. Let's tell the folks what the rule is.
Okay, so the rule is, all right, remember now, you have to go to a JUCO college. You can't go to a D1, D2, D3 school.
Right.
All right, because those were all Division I schools. You go to a legitimate JUCO college. You can go JUCO for 2 years, and that gives you 4 years of eligibility at a D1 school.
That's the new rule. That's what it
New
is.
rule.
Prior to that,
Prior to
you had
that,
your 2 years.
Yep.
You got 2 more years. Yeah.
all right, so and going back in time, again, it's still gonna be the same players that the big schools want, period. You gotta have the size, the speed, all that.
GPA, yeah, like you said, all that.
You gotta have the whole package to go. And even if you're going D1 and you have one of those slight spins, if you good enough, they're gonna get you.
Mhm.
You're not gonna go, oh, by the way, yeah, I can get 6 years of eligibility
To
or
rot.
to rot or to do whatever you want to do, or even like some people say, ride the pine. No true athlete worth 2 cents is going to want to ride the pine or ride the bench.
Right.
I never wanted to ride the bench. You never wanted to ride the bench. And Alan,
Oh, I didn't have a choice.
he didn't have a choice, but he didn't want to do it. He
Exactly.
gave 110% on every play, practice, whatever. He didn't want to be on the bench.
Right.
Right.
So why would, again, my point is, if you're going JUCO, right, in any sport, again, it may be different in soccer, it may be different in whatever, but if you're going in football and basketball, there's a reason why you're going JUCO,
Mhm.
right? Not only that, but once you go JUCO, that doesn't guarantee you 4 years at another institution.
Right.
I mean, like I said, why? My point, why would it even matter to a school? I don't care if you got 10 years of eligibility. So what you gonna do after this?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So think about, like, let's use like a pretty recent example. So everybody that was, forget what the years were, but people got a COVID
For the
year.
COVID year,
Right.
yeah.
So think about, like, in
Oh, that
basketball.
2020, 2021.
Yeah. So think about, like, basketball, right? They said, okay, you're gonna get an extra COVID year. So just for example, my Heels, we had 2 players that really took advantage of that, right?
Yeah.
So Armando Bacot
Yes, he did.
and RJ Davis. All right, both played regular 4 years, took their COVID years, and did 5 years. They broke all kinds of school records. RJ's still there now. They were able to capitalize off of a lot of NIL opportunities.
Mhm.
But the only reason why they took advantage of all those extra years, or that extra year, is because the NBA was not knocking at their door.
Yeah.
They realized my options are limited. My ceiling is limited. So I got some options.
Yep.
I can still put my name in there, forego my last years of eligibility, take a chance, or I can say, you know what? I love college. I love this university. They love me. I'm making money. I can get these graduate degrees. I'm gonna take advantage of that.
Right.
Okay. Now, I've said this before. Don't matter how many years of eligibility I got. I had them. I'm still gonna have them because nobody wants me, right? if anybody that's got these extra years, so take these JUCO players, right? You do 2 years of JUCO. Hey, you did a great job. You played quarterback, receiver, whatever. Okay. Unless you hit a Dennis Rodman type of growth spurt where you grew a foot after 2 years after you graduated, you're still either small or you're slower or whatever. The reasons why you weren't as highly recruited as before.
Mhm.
Now, it's not taken away from you. You worked hard. You put up great numbers at this program that you're in.
Right.
And we won't even go into the big boys, Alabamas and the Georgias. Let's just say, North Carolina A&T,
Yeah.
right? They had a chance to recruit you and bring you in out of high school for whatever reason. Either they offered and you were like, nah, I'm good. But I say you're not really saying nah, I'm good. I'm just going to go to JUCO. You're thinking you're going to get better offers, so you turn them down. Those better offers don't come, so you're kind of stuck with JUCO.
Yeah.
And then you do your 2 years. Everybody still has access, to the tapes. If you out there running for 2,000 yards, somebody's going to hear about you.
Yeah,
Somebody's going to
somebody gonna
say,
know.
"Take a look." Now you still might not be good enough
To go D1.
to go D1. You may need to go still another level, right?
Yeah.
You still getting to play. You still might develop more. You still might eventually get a look here or there, but there's a reason why you didn't get recruited by the big schools.
Yeah.
You didn't get recruited by the second tier schools
Yeah.
or the third tier schools.
Yeah.
And again, it's not a slight on the education you get into JUCO, the preparation, the coaching, whatever, but there's a reason why you're not somewhere else.
Yeah.
And there might be 1 in a million that said, you know what, I'd rather just go ahead and be JUCO.
Yeah.
But that's 1 in a million.
Right.
If somebody with a better program or a better opportunity is there,
They're jumping.
you're gonna take
Got
it.
to. I mean, why would you not? I mean, not to
I mean,
cut you off, but why
yeah.
would you not? I mean, again, the goal, most of the athletes I've known in my life, goal is to get to the league, whether it be the NBA, NFL, baseball, whatever. That's the goal, right? There's a finite window.
Not infinite.
A finite window. Nobody wants to recruit or sign a 26-year-old rookie.
But again,
It's
who's not good enough,
yeah.
right? Like, what was my guy that played quarterback for Florida State?
Oh, TJ.
No, Winky.
Yeah, Winky played 26.
He was an old dude, right? Because he
Yeah.
did he go to the military? He
went to go play baseball and
Okay.
wasn't good enough to play
Yeah.
baseball.
And then he decided to come back. Yes.
He gave him this, you go play with us.
Yeah. So in the NFL, they like older dudes, right? So there's a reason why.
Older quarterbacks.
Well, but there's a reason why they don't let you go from high school to the NFL.
Yeah.
They know you need to
Develop.
grow,
and build your
develop,
body.
get bigger, get stronger. The NBA, on the other hand,
Younger and younger.
they want you as young as you can be, right? Now, again, I can't really speak to baseball or to soccer,
Same thing, baseball.
but it comes down to talent, right?
Yeah.
If I can get you young and talented, I'm taking you.
And you're willing to buy in right out of high school.
Yeah, it might take a minute for you to, just like the baseball guys. They're not always. Most of them are taking several years in AAA or AA to get there. But the reason they put you there and gave you this big signing bonus is because of the raw talent that you have, right? If you don't have that raw talent, you're going to get overlooked. Then you got to take it upon yourself to go to another level where you can play. Maybe you just love football.
Right.
I just love the sport of football. I want to keep playing it as long as I can. For that person, now take advantage of
That's cool.
I got extra time. I'm going to get my 2 master's degrees. If it so happens that I can go to the league, that's great. But I'm going to take advantage of these free degrees.
Yeah.
But like Antoine said, most people that are in that are trying to get to the league.
Yeah, they are. And again, you have to remember, this is the only thing different between when we were in school and now is the fact that they give you 4 years. So they were always looking at JUCO players anyway.
Right.
So, and you have to remember, they're just like with D1 blue bloods, there's JUCO blue bloods.
Yeah.
So just because you go JUCO to the tech
Yeah.
doesn't mean you good, and you might
Yeah.
be.
And we talked earlier about Cam Newton, right?
Yeah, Cam.
He was a top recruit.
Yeah,
Things didn't work out.
he had to go to JUCO.
He had to go to JUCO because his options got limited.
Yep.
He goes to JUCO. He's still that same dude that
Yeah.
was that's a 5-star.
Yeah.
He wins a national championship.
Yep.
They're still looking at him because
Yeah.
they already
He's a winner.
identified.
Yep.
They already identified his skill set, his talent, his size.
Yeah.
He was a JUCO because he didn't have a choice.
Yeah. That's,
But the second he had a choice, where'd he go?
He ain't
Back
staying there
to-
long, right?
Back to D1, back to Auburn, where he won a national
That's-
championship, right?
But see, that's my point, though. It's for the average player. Again, this sounds good in theory for the player because the school
Doesn't
really
benefit.
don't care how many years of eligibility you got. Because if you ain't out there producing, putting butts in seats,
Right.
why we want you?
They're not keeping you around for 6 years just
You
because you have 6 years.
Yes, and you have to remember they've changed that to a 1-year renewable
You
scholarship.
don't get a 4-year degree and think you just get to
You
stay
You
here.
ain't gonna stay here and chill. If you ain't producing,
Yeah.
Yeah.
they gonna be like, well, we'll sit you down for that exit interview
Mhm.
and be like, you need to look someplace else.
Yep.
We're bringing somebody else in.
We're always looking to
To elevate our program,
improve
right?
our lineup and elevate our program. So I use this example of Duke, right?
Yeah.
Just loaded with 5-star, potential NBA first round picks. They say 1 year, and then the next year they bring in a whole other group of 5-star number 1 picks. And even though, we recruited you, this dude I got coming in behind you, he's better than you. We think he's better than you are. So you can either take reduced minutes, go somewhere else, or give it a shot in the NBA.
Right.
We're not just stockpiling dudes because we said last year you were good. Nah, the dude that's coming in behind you is getting your minutes.
Yeah. And to piggyback off of AJ, what's the percent of guys after they're a freshman to actually keep playing? It's not that large.
Not in basketball.
Right.
Because of the one, again, you have to think about the one and done. Right? I mean, once and you could
Which is glorified.
it's glorified now, but I can't remember. I think can you go from high school now? I can't
No.
remember.
You have to do 1 year. Now you can go overseas for that 1
come
year,
over.
or you could go to the G League,
Yeah.
Elite, or what's that thing?
Yeah, 'cause I-
The no, what's that other thing? The overtime elite or whatever.
Oh yeah, overtime. Yeah.
So there's other options, but you still gotta do something for a year
yeah, before
you're eligible to go to the league.
Right.
Yeah, so I mean, again, so even with all those options, if you're good enough to go overseas for 1 year, why would you go JUCO?
Exactly.
I mean, not
Especially
play
when I can focus on just my profession
basketball,
of the game.
not school.
That I play, right.
Not school, not teachers who don't like you.
Yeah.
Because you play basketball or a sport,
And I'm getting money to go.
and I'm getting money to go. So, you know, which brings me to the next thing, right? If I'm an athlete that's being recruited by a blue chip school or any D1 program with NIL, why would I go JUCO? Even though it's 6 years of eligibility, I can make my money now.
Right.
Why would I go to 2 years to a JUCO who's only gonna pay me, let's say, $50,000 a semester?
If you get that,
I'm just throwing numbers out. $50,000 a semester, so it's $100K a year. I'm sure they can do that. I'm just saying.
you ain't getting that from no JUCO.
I know. But
So hypothetically, if that was to happen,
speaking, if that was to happen, or I could go to Auburn, Alabama, where they can pay me millions of dollars or close to $700K a
Right.
year, plus this, plus that, plus endorsements, plus sign deals. Where I'm gonna go? I'm going to Alabama.
But so think about it, right? So that's the 5-star dude.
Yeah.
Those dudes are recruited. Let's just dial it back.
The average guy.
Let's say you are 3-star, right?
Let's say you're a 2-star.
You're 2-star, right? How many JUCOs have teams
Well, a 2 and 3 stars.
with 2 stars on it who aren't there because they just didn't have the grades, right?
A lot.
If you're playing JUCO, and again, it's no slight, you're 1,000 times better than I am. But if you're playing JUCO ball, unless your dad is the chancellor and you just always want, or the head coach, and you just always wanted to play on your dad's team, you're not choosing that as your option.
You're not.
There are so many other places you can go with better facilities.
Yes.
You're still looking to get stronger, get develop, get
Bigger.
JUCO's
faster,
not it, right?
Yeah.
I always say this, you're only as faithful as your options.
Mhm.
So I can be real faithful because I don't have no
Right.
all these people knocking down my door, right? But these top flight people, it's a little tougher when you got all these
See, and of course,
options.
see, and you do have the anomaly every once in a while. But
Right.
that is not the norm.
Yeah.
Jared Verse was the anomaly. When JUCO was very good at what he did, somebody said, "Hey, that guy's good." Right?
Yeah.
That doesn't happen a lot.
But let's think,
Because remember, the other guy, the guy who got drafted by he got drafted, he was a cornerback, played JUCO ball because he ran really fast. He ran like a 4.1.
okay.
Right. And they were like, this guy, and again, only reason he got looked at, he ran a 4.1. Let's be clear, that's rare. Nobody, not everybody runs a 4.1. So your average athlete is not running and doing these things
Right.
at the JUCO level where they come look at. They go, hey, and like you said before, if you're putting up 2,000 yards and you're picking balls off and you're sacking the quarterback on every play, somebody's going to notice.
Yeah.
But that's not normal.
So let me ask you a question. So that kid you're talking about,
Yeah,
right?
he went to the Patriots,
Okay.
cornerback.
So he went to JUCO only, or he left JUCO, went to a D1, and then
No,
got
he went
drafted?
to he was at JUCO. I think if I recall the situation, his girlfriend got pregnant, so that's why he went JUCO because the schools he wanted to be close.
Closer to the
But
family.
but
family
after
kids.
2 years of JUCO,
Yeah, I don't know if he went. I can't remember where he
I
went.
just don't know and again, I'm sure that it's happened
I'm trying to think.
because in college, because in the NFL you have to go, you have to be, is it 3 years removed
Yeah.
from you?
Yeah.
Which is why the red shirt is a great. That's how you get stronger. How you
Yeah.
get. So if he was at JUCO for 2 years,
Yeah, then
he had to have done something else
Yeah,
for that other
yeah, he
year
had to do,
because then he still wasn't.
Right.
But again, unless it's just my grades were horrible,
Yeah.
he was either super small,
Yeah, he
wasn't as
wasn't big. He
fast
wasn't big. He wasn't big.
because
160 pounds.
because JUCO's still not going to be that dude's
Right.
number one
Yeah.
option unless that just was his only option.
Yeah,
And like you were saying, not saying that it doesn't happen, but it's not likely to happen. Very likely, I should say, where somebody's like, "Oh, I want to go to a 2-year program and develop," as opposed to a 4-year program.
Right.
But you look at okay, no slight against any other school ever, right?
Right.
So I went here, right? Football program, new field house, new this, new that, right? I took a trip to University of South Carolina. There's levels to this shit,
Right. Yeah.
right? I mean, this is literally, let's go take a trip to South Carolina one day and check out the facilities. I'm still playing for this school.
Right.
We just went, and I was like,
Yeah.
bro, it looked like we playing in a paper. This
Yeah.
our facility looks like a playpen box
Yeah.
compared to the University of South Carolina. And remember, University of South Carolina is a mid-level program.
Right.
Mhm.
We ain't talking Texas,
Yeah.
Alabama.
Yeah.
We
We ain't talking about high major.
We ain't talking Georgia. We ain't talking Michigan. This is back in the 80s or 90s. I'm sorry, back in the 90s. And you're going, so there's levels to
Right.
this. When you're talking about going someplace to develop, if you're going to develop, go somewhere where they have the stuff to develop
Yeah.
you.
Right.
And this whole case with the JUCO rule, I'm not sure who else was on it, but the quarterback from Vanderbilt,
Okay. Yep.
he basically sued, saying that it's not fair that because he had a really good year this year,
Mhm.
but I want to say he played at least a year or 2 years at JUCO.
Mhm.
He basically went to the courts and said, I should have more years of eligibility left.
Okay.
I think that's where this came from.
Okay.
That case. He was a dude that wasn't highly
No,
recruited.
he wasn't.
He worked his butt off in the weight room. He did his thing. And then Vanderbilt was like, you know what? We'll give you a shot.
Yeah.
And then for whatever reason, he ended up starting quarterback for them.
Because they
He was
ran the
tough as-
same
he was-
exact system he's been running for the last
Yep.
couple
But he was
years.
tough as
the
nails.
So he
option.
can play in 2025 after court ruling against the NCAA.
Yep.
It was Diego.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so you gotta remember the system, and that's that was a perfect storm for him
Yep.
because he ran that same system
Yep.
since high school. So he went to a JUCO that ran the wing TV or whatever
Right,
it
right,
is, and now they're running the same thing. So he was very familiar with the system. So that worked out just for him.
And let's think about this, right? So he could, and maybe he loves it because they gave him a shot.
Mhm.
He could do that last year at Vanderbilt.
Yep.
Or because he had a really good year. They upset Alabama. Let's say, Michigan says, we like your toughness. You fit with us. We want you to transfer, come to Michigan, right?
Yep.
Now the dude has options. He may still stay at Vanderbilt
Right.
because he loves it. They gave him a shot.
If he's smart.
Or, and you got to be smart to be at Vanderbilt too. Or he could say, you know what? I like the facilities. I like the offensive line. I like the skill players. I got, 8 5-star dudes on the line and backfield and receiver, and on defense, Vanderbilt, I got one dude.
Me.
So maybe I'm gonna take that. We don't know, but he's got options.
Yeah.
He's not Cam Rising, right?
Yeah.
The quarterback
Yeah.
at Utah.
He's leaving. He's in the portal, isn't he?
He's I don't know, is he?
I don't know, because I thought they had some. Well,
He was the dude that got like 8, came out the same year as Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah. Okay.
He's been injured a bunch, but this is like his 8th year of college. But he's starting quarterback, putting up numbers, but he's not staying in college because I just really love college.
Yeah.
If he'd have got a call from the NFL and they'd have said, we want you, we'll take you in the 4th round, whatever, he'd have left.
Yeah.
Now, the fact that he didn't get those offers, in the long run, it might be better for him because he got 2 degrees. He's getting whatever NIL he can do.
Yeah.
And even if it's not the millions, I guarantee he's got local endorsements. He's the big man on campus.
Mhm.
And then still want to get a shot to see what he can do in the NFL, right? So he's taking advantage of the opportunity. But the fact that they gave, let's say he was a JUCO guy, and they said, we're going to give you 4 more years. He's not looking to stay there for 6 years, stay in college for 6 years, unless my options are limited.
To those 6 years.
Right.
And like,
Because
go ahead.
what you're doing is you're striking when the iron's hot.
Yes.
Period. That's all you're doing. You're going, especially with the NIL, right? Because again, that's what's driving a lot of this.
Mhm.
All right. I got 4 years to make this money in the Division One. I got 4 years, 2 years, whatever it is. I got to strike when the iron's hot. Now, if you're gonna call me and say, hey, you're gonna be a 1st-round draft pick, I'm leaving.
Right.
Yes.
Because there's a whole nother world that I can stick my foot in and go, yeah, this is gonna be really nice, because not only do I have my contract, I got all kinds of endorsement deals. I can join up with the SPCA and get with them. There's just so many things I can do that I can't do while I'm here at Tool.
Right. Even with the developing part.
Yeah.
If I have a guy and his skill wise is D1, like that's his ceiling. Why would I suggest or recommend he goes to a 2-year where another coach has him, as
Teach
opposed to
bad habits,
as opposed to him coming under me,
It's not only that.
and I'm teaching him the way I want him to play in our system.
See, not only that though, not all schools are equal.
Yeah.
If
Period.
some don't have good,
Some don't have good coaches, some don't have good programs, some just don't have a lot of good things.
The facilities are bad, the coaches
no
are bad, the
fan
program's
base, nobody
bad.
comes to the game,
Exactly.
So
not televised.
yeah, not even televised. I mean, like, so all that plays into it. So
Mhm.
if I'm a kid looking for exposure, I'm gonna go to where I'm gonna get the exposure. Sometimes going to a JUCO college, you're not on TV. Nobody knows about you. I mean, and you literally have to be in the 3rd outlier if anybody notices you. And you still got to have the size.
Yep.
9 times out of 10, just because you run a 4.140, but if you weigh 110 pounds, they're gonna go, gee, once they hit you, you're gonna snap like a twig.
Yeah.
Because the guy is, I mean, even in basketball, Earl, who's the guy? Who's the basketball park legend who could jump super high? But
Earl Manigault.
Or Manigault.
The GOAT.
They said he could put a quarter on the top of a trailer, a tractor trailer. That was the myth.
Okay.
He could put a quarter on the back of the backboard, put it up, and get the ball and dunk. Or he could dunk 2 balls at the same time.
That's great.
Catch it. I mean, it was all kind of legend. But how big was he?
He was like 5'8".
5'8", like 120 pounds. Had legs like a kangaroo. He ain't going pro. I'm sorry. You come to the lane back then in them days, they were just with a clothesline.
We don't care what you average in Division One. What you average in UNC, you're not pro.
Think about it. He would have played think about it. He would have played in the Big East, or the Bloody Big East, as we used to call it. And he would have never played again because they would have clotheslined him. Because they had 6 fouls to give, and they would have given them all 6.
I just think it gives them more. I just think it gives kids more of a grace period to figure out what they actually want to do.
Well, I mean, but like I said, but the kids that want to play sports already know what they're doing. I mean, this will lead into some of the other things that we're going to talk
No,
about.
not the life stuff. I'm just saying like within the profession of
Okay.
their sport. Like if I'm like, I want to play basketball, but I don't know where.
Well, I mean, but
That
still,
extra 2 years maybe can help.
Nah,
figure that
it's
out.
not, because you're not gonna take those 2 years. If you're getting offers at this
Kentucky.
level, you're not gonna
No, I'm saying
intentionally,
if I don't have those offers, if I don't have,
then guess what? Then your options are so
limited,
limited now
right?
that nobody cares.
Yeah,
I
see,
mean,
but
I
see,
hate to
but
say it.
okay, so in that instance where you're just the average kid, right?
Yeah, I'm going to straight average kid. Yeah,
We going to straight average kid. We talking zero stars.
Yeah,
you're right.
Period. If you just the average dude, I hate to say it, but that's a long road.
Exactly.
I hate to
Exactly.
say it, it's a long road. I
You-
walked that road. This a long road.
you're happy to play basketball
Wherever.
somewhere.
You know,
right?
like, so even if you're playing ball, right? You still gotta, there's so many, not angles, but there's so many different things to go into it, right?
Right.
Everybody wants to use the outliers. Oh, this guy, yeah, this guy. Okay, John Moran could jump out the gym. Hello, you ain't jumping out the gym.
You don't impact the game
You
like
don't
you do.
impact the game like that. So you not gonna get them offers. I don't care, period.
Right.
You know, you gotta hold up, you got a 18-inch vertical.
Yeah. And you don't jump on your
And
jump shot.
you don't jump in your jump shot. So, so that road for you is going to be way more difficult to navigate to get to a D1 program or to get exposure. Just because you go JUCO, that don't mean that. And again, there's a reason why you went. That's all I'm saying. No disrespect to no school in the country, because to get in school, you
It's a blessing.
is a blessing, and you got to understand you're in the top 3% of all high school athletes just because you went to college.
Mhm.
But you got to remember that out of that 3%, gets even smaller.
Small, yep.
It's like winning the lottery to go pro or to do anything else. Because remember, the competition. Okay, I'm gonna say it this way: you don't see Alabama playing no JUCO schools ever. You don't see any D1 program playing any JUCO schools ever in football. And that's because the level of the talent that you're playing against is way better, and the score would be like 100-0 at halftime. Period. Literally. And that's in football. In basketball, might be a little closer, but I think I watched the game today where it was 99-49 and they played some school.
Yeah.
And that was two D1 schools.
So
that was two D1 schools, not a D1 versus a JUCO.
Right.
yeah,
Right.
and that was a D1 school. So you talking about playing a JUCO, like I said again, and from personal experience, when I played against kids out just where in my younger days, oh, I played football. Well, where'd you play? I never heard of that school. It's a JUCO school, and I'd be like, yeah, see, wow, you went JUCO.
And we're not talking about players
We're not
that
talking
can't be good from a JUCO. We're
Yeah.
talking about the actual
Average,
team.
Yeah.
The team itself will not beat.
yeah, actually,
Division
that's
one.
not going to happen. So that tells you the level of players that they normally get.
Yep.
So as we always say in any sport, iron sharpens iron, steel sharpens steel. If you not sharpening your tool, but then when you go against real steel, it's going to get
So
shattered.
Jay, look up how many Division I,
Look up how many JUCO players.
no, how many Division
All right,
Let you know.
Okay.
football players, not how many Division I football programs there are.
Okay.
Just Division
121, 120,
120.
120. Then you got, and you got 85 scholarship players.
Okay, so now,
Mhm.
what's the level under that?
D2 Division
D2.
2. So that'd be like
Give-
South Dakota
Give me
State.
a school with this a D.
South Dakota State.
Okay, so how many of those players are there, right?
You got 6.
Or how many
7.
programs? Sorry, how many
You
programs?
got a lot of those.
No. You said Division One program?
Division
For
I
football?
football
Yeah,
program.
134.
Oh,
One-
No, it said just increase.
134.
134.
Okay, now look up how many
D2
D2 football
Division
programs are
1 AA
Division
or FCS. What was it?
Division Two, 162.
162.
Yeah.
Okay,
You want me to go Division Three?
now just stay with those two,
Okay.
right? That is 296
Cool.
schools, which each have how many scholarship or how many
Just for
players?
football, anywhere
Okay.
from 85 to 100.
But what they have, like 54 scholarships or
No,
something?
no,
Is that
No,
80 some scholarships?
they have 80-something scholarships for D1 and then they're like slightly less for D2.
D2, yeah, it goes
Okay.
down every year.
All right, so let's just say that's a whole lot of programs that are filling their rosters with players.
Right.
I hate to say this, we only did D1 and D2. If you ain't getting one of them spots,
You ain't that.
you're not that good, because I would look what the lowest ranked of every D1 school, who's the bottom of the barrel, and then who's the bottom of the barrel of these D2 schools. They didn't even want you.
They're not, and then no player is gonna waste their time and be like, you know what, I'm not playing at this D1. Let me go straight to JUCO.
Right.
Not nowadays. Not in today's time. We're going to another D1 school. We're going to a D2. We're going somewhere where the level is more comparable.
So what is A&T?
Division 1.
Okay.
Low major.
Okay.
Yeah.
So think about they haven't won a lot of games
And
recently.
correct us if we're wrong. Anybody that goes to A&T.
Okay.
Maybe mid-major, but low major, mid-major.
Okay.
It ain't high major.
So whatever A&T is, right? If I'm going to a JUCO, but I had a chance to go to A&T is a higher level than this.
Right.
And we're saying A&T is a low level.
A low level within the Division 1.
So there's so many levels, like A-Dub was saying,
There's
so
levels
many
within
levels
levels.
of this thing. If you're going JUCO, again, there's people that are D1 talent,
Yeah.
but they got horrible grades. They got to get their grades up, or maybe mentally they'll still take you if you're eligible. Look, I got
Possibly, yes.
Look, I got a record a mile long. Guess what? We can get you in, buddy.
Yeah.
We'll work with you. We'll get you a counselor.
See, like I said, if your talent
is there, if your size and talent are there.
What was the guy?
And we understand that JUCO has levels as well. There's D1 JUCO, D2 JUCO, D3 JUCO. But still.
Yeah, there's levels to this program. Like, so, so when we say JUCO, you have to be careful about what JUCO, because you have to be careful about what JUCO school you're talking about. Because all things are not equal.
Right, like you said.
They're just not. I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, why would I go to Tech
Right.
when I can go to Alabama? Literally.
But not even Alabama. If I can go to A&T.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, what's EMT?
And
A&T has better facilities and a better program and better coaches, and players from A&T have gone pro.
Yeah.
And even outside of that, if you go to a JUCO, and let's say it's a D2 JUCO, you can have all the skill you want and want to go D1. But if your coach doesn't have those type of people in his phone to say, hey, we have someone that is potentially that good,
And you're wasting your time.
you're still wasting your time.
Like I said, that's the politics side of it.
We ain't even get to that part.
Like I said, we ain't even get to none of that. I mean, like I said, that's what I'm saying. If it don't matter what you do, we all know somebody who could have gone pro.
Yes.
But either they didn't have something, right?
But here's the thing. Here's the difference. That's before now.
Yeah, I'm
Right.
just saying.
Now with social media.
Yeah.
Mama is recording your game where you had 8 sacks and ran for 3.
And don't let it go
20
viral on
yards.
TikTok. Don't let it go viral on TikTok.
Somebody's gonna see that. And even if your coach didn't have connections and didn't want to publicize you, guess what? Somebody's gonna see that, and somebody's gonna give you a look, because it's a whole different ballgame than it was back when we were in college, right?
Yeah.
Where you weren't on TV, or you didn't come from a name program,
Right.
or a coach with connections.
Who?
Right. But
What?
it's different now.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of YouTube stars.
Some coaches inbox or DM the parent. Hey,
Well, see,
did he
they-
sign?
Yeah.
Is it
Wait,
good?
yeah, they better be careful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You better be careful with that. They contact her. But yeah, like I said, I mean, it is different from definitely when we were in college. But like I said, I don't really think it's gonna be much different with this new rule. Because again, they weren't looking at you then. They probably
Right.
looking at you then.
And
They
we
not
could
2 years from now.
we could get you now and
And-
use your 2 years, and you help
and
us win a
develop-
national championship, or you help us do
what?
whatever.
Think about it like this.
Perfect.
Think about it like this, okay? Wake Forest is good. This is up until recently they changed their last coach, and then we're gonna kind of wrap up.
Okay.
I'm gonna give a few programs. Wake Forest typically is good every 5 years because what? They redshirt everybody coming in, right? Then everybody gets to that 5th year and they're all really good because they all know the system. Wake Forest is one of those.
And they're older, stronger,
Stronger.
more mature, whatever.
So that's another one of the schools. Vanderbilt used to be one of those schools. And another one of those schools that used to be was Michigan State.
Okay.
Michigan State one of those schools. Every 4 years they would really be good because that's the system. Get a good crop, come in. Why would a big school go, you know what? I want all JUCO players.
They wouldn't.
They're not.
That's what I'm saying. They're not gonna do that.
It's not changing the game like, oh wow, I get a guy that can stay for 6 years.
Yeah.
I don't want a guy that can stay for 6 years because that means he's not good enough to move on, barring injury, barring some of
Right.
these other things, right? It's different. And the whole thing came from this kid that had a really good year,
1 year.
and he was like, he was like, I think I should get more years. That's still going to be a isolated event that people that are even able to take advantage of those
Yeah.
4 full years.
See, but that's the whole point.
Yeah.
I mean, think of it. Okay, so you're 18, was that 24?
Yeah.
So you're gonna be 24. So some guys that are really good are already gonna be in the league
League
at
at
24.
24.
So even at 24, if you go into the league, they already got 2 years of league experience on you.
You behind the curve.
So you still behind the curve either way you go.
Yep.
So again, why would I take 6 years when I could go 2 and leave or 1 and leave? I don't care for, like I said, and like we said earlier, the school don't care if you got 6 years or 4.
Yeah,
They don't care. It ain't benefiting the school.
Nope.
right.
School's gonna be like, you know what? I got Johnny back here
Yeah,
who's really good. He's actually a smidgen of a second faster and about 10 pounds heavier, and he's 6 inches taller.
Mhm.
yeah.
And he can do exactly what you can do.
And
Yeah.
he do what I say.
And, yeah, and he plays within the system. So what's gonna happen then?
Yeah,
And by the way, sir, you have a renewable scholarship, so you might
Mhm.
want to jump in the portal.
yeah,
Like I said, and the perfect example was Prime when he
Yep.
went to Colorado. He sat all those kids down
Mhm.
because remember, Colorado was bad.
yep,
He said, I got my own luggage. Y'all might as well just go on and get in the portal because
Yeah.
ain't none of y'all staying.
I'm bringing in
And-
dudes that are better than you.
And what type of luggage was it? Because they want the
Louis.
Walmart brand.
Louis.
Louis.
I said, I'm bringing in Louis. 2 years later, everybody wants to go to Colorado.
Yeah,
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
But anyway, like I said, so we're gonna see how this pans out. But like I said, we can talk more about this, like I said, because that it ties into the NIL, it ties into a lot of stuff. And we're gonna talk about how the college playoff system is hilarious because them judges look horrible. But anyway,
Any of our subscribers that are like past athletes, current athletes, put some in the comment section about the new rule.
like I said, yeah, because
Let us know your thoughts.
Yeah, thank you. Let us know your thoughts because it's gonna be interesting because I'm gonna let him answer all of them. Because I don't read comments. And neither does he.
oh, I'd love to get into some little debate. with somebody.
So make sure you
Yeah.
say at AJ Knowles.
Yeah. Direct, be direct, be direct.
Hey, I will respond to you. Hey, just be ready for that smoke. though. I don't want to hurt your feelings, but I
Yeah.
might try to hurt your feelings.
Hurt their feelings, then hurt them. Hurt them.
Oh man.
Look, pressure bust pipe.
Yeah.
That's what they say, right?
Mm-hmm.
But with that, like I said, we're gonna bring this one to a close again. We can talk about this all day. But again, like I said, we want to make sure that you guys are getting your bang for your buck. So with that, we're gonna end this particular episode. What episode is it?
20 something.
20 something, we don't know,
30,
30 something, no, 20 something. So again, we're gonna keep them coming. We promise to be a little more consistent, but like I said, hey, we about to say Merry Christmas to you people, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays,
Yeah.
enjoy time with your families, make memories, do
Be
all the
safe.
wonderful things. Now, don't be safe, have fun, man. You know, look, like AJ has to say, if you're gonna do something, do it.
Yeah.
Don't be half button that. Do it. You gonna do it all the way. Pedal to the metal.
Yeah.
To the floor. If you're gonna be bad, be bad. If you're gonna be good, be good.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
But we gonna bring this to a close. Again, the Novice Sports Show. Please like, share, subscribe, leave comments. Like I said, leave them. Again, we might read them. Again, we might not. But like I said, we gonna end this. We got
AJ.
Jay,
A-Dub signing off.
peace.